to the phones we go. Open line Friday. Greg in Bass Lake, California. Great to have you on the program. Hello.
Hi, Rush. Thanks for taking my call. It's quite an honor. The last time, Thirdly only told me I only had a minute to talk to you, so I'm going to talk really fast. I hope you can understand. I retired from NBC News about 10 years ago, and back in '93, you were gracious enough to stop on your way into the Tonight Show and sign your 2 books. And that's the first time I met you. I've been a long-time listener since the first time you went on the air in, I think it was KNX 1070 in Los Angeles. Now I'm up in Central California. The reason for my call is this. On Wednesday, you were perplexed as to why the Obama administration would be so upset over the Romney welfare ad that he's running. And I think this is the reason why. The answer is it goes right at Obama's strength, or what they perceive as their strength, that being fairness. If you can remember all the times that Obama and Biden have gone out there and talked about leveling the playing field and that everybody needs to pay their fair share, he's all about fairness. Okay, so when Romney goes after the welfare, nobody in America, especially the people who have built their businesses, and especially the independents, the what few of those that are still left and undecided, those people do not want to hear that people are sitting around getting a check and not doing work for the welfare check that they're getting in the mail. And that's why I think they hate it so much.
Well, except those are the very people Obama's trying to reach. Those are the votes that he wants. He wants the votes of the slackers. He wants the votes of people who no longer will have to work.
No, but he also wants, and where he's trailing, is he needs the working class vote. I know you said that he wrote the white working class vote off.
Yeah, he has.
He needs people to vote for him besides these little constituency groups, all the minority groups. He needs to get some people to cross over. And some of the people who think, well, you know, I work hard and I do my part, what's he talking about? Gutting welfare. If somebody's going to get a check, I think they should have to work for it. Most people agree with that, and he's losing people by saying that and by taking that action.
Okay, well, let's just accept your point. The obvious question that I would have is Obama's not doing anything. Policy-wise, he's not saying anything that even talks about people in the middle class having to work. All he's talking about is penalizing the rich. He's trying to portray the middle class as a bunch of victims. The rich have taken their jobs. The rich are not paying them fairly. The rich have stolen everything they've got from the poor. He has written off the white working class vote, and he's trying to suppress that vote. He is trying to depress those people. He's trying to make sure that they don't vote at all since he's lost them. And that's why the smear campaign's against Romney. Why should so many people on welfare not have to pay their fair share? I know what you're saying, and clearly the regime is upset about this. I mean, there's no question that they're upset about it. In fact, let's go back. Let's grab number 5. This is the original ad. This is the original Romney ad hitting Obama on gutting welfare.
In 1996, President Clinton and a bipartisan Congress helped end welfare as we know it by requiring work for welfare. But on July 12th, President Obama quietly announced a plan to gut welfare reform by dropping work requirements. Under Obama's plan, you wouldn't have to work and wouldn't have to train for a job. They just send you your welfare check. And welfare to work goes back to being plain old welfare. Mitt Romney will restore the work requirement because it works.
Okay, so the regime is fit to be tied. And the New York Times, all of the regime's favored media outlets, are suggesting that this ad is the lowest of the low, that this ad is as bad as the Obama PAC ad with the guy claiming that Romney killed his wife. This ad is mild in tone, in structure. This is not a boisterous, loud, accusatory ad. It's very laid back, but it's filled with facts. Obama gutted the work requirements. So why would Obama be ticked off about this? Now, a caller's point was that Obama needs an illusion here that he doesn't want more people on welfare. that he wants people having to work for what they get. Well, nowhere else does Obama betray that or portray that. Nowhere else does Obama act like he cares about that. In fact, Obama's very public policy pronouncements, his very public statements and all this, tend to amplify and approve of victimhood and promote welfare. So why is he upset here? There's a new Obama ad that responds to this now. Let's listen to this next.
I'm Barack Obama, and I approve this message.
Seen this? Mitt Romney claiming the president would end welfare's work requirements? The New York Times calls it blatantly false. The Washington Post says the Obama administration is not removing the bill's work requirements at all. In fact, Obama's getting states to move 20% more people from welfare to work. And President Clinton's reaction to the Romney ad? It's just not true. Get the facts.
Okay, so they are clearly bugged by this. Now, the caller may be right, and Obama's trying to create an illusion here, and this pierces it. The Romney ad gives Obama away for who he really is. And they have been going nuts. As this ad says, Romney's lying about it. We have not removed the work requirement. Now, here's Romney. This was this morning on NBC News, F. Chuck Todd talking to Romney. And F. Chuck said, do you have a feeling this campaign that has turned into a race to the bottom, primarily because your ad, Mr. Romney, it's the lowest of the low, and even the New York Times says so. Do you feel like we're racing to the bottom here?
Our campaign would be helped immensely if we had an agreement between both campaigns that we were only going to talk about issues, and that attacks based upon business or family or taxes or things of that nature, that this is just a diversion. Our ads haven't gone after the president personally. Our ads talk about his record as president and the failure of his policies to create jobs, but we haven't dredged up the old stuff that people talked about last time around. We haven't gone after the personal things.
So is Romney asking for credit for that? Or is he on the defensive? F. Chuck says, "Is your campaign going?" No, we're not going to the bottom. We need a truce. We need a truce. Now, some people, I should say, Mr. Snerdley is going nuts in there. I have heard some people think that if you read between the lines there, that there's a threat from Romney. Maybe a preview of what's coming. We haven't done it, quote, yet. We haven't gotten personal yet. We haven't dredged up into that old stuff people talked about last time around yet, like Jeremiah Wright and like Bill Ayers. We haven't done that yet. Some people say that's what they hear in this ad. Others are saying, that's not wishful thinking. If that's what you think you're hearing, it's wishful thinking. What Romney is asking is for Obama to stop the negative stuff. And, of course, if that's the case, that's laughable. It isn't going to happen. So, and again, people are saying, you didn't have any problem going personal with Newt. You have any problem going personal with Santorum. You didn't have a problem going personal with Bachmann. What is it with Obama? Why in the world do we not pull the trigger against Obama? What's everybody afraid of? We all know the answer. Race. Brief timeout. Sit tight, my friends. We'll be back before you know it.